Hello there, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to a little bit of a update about me, about my channel, about the future growth of this channel. And I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about some things to you guys, to give you a bit of transparency and a bit of explanation to let you all know what's been going on regarding, the delay of video uploading, and also the breaks, which pretty much it could be a mixture of a lot of things. Sometimes it could be personal challenges, or it could be work. But just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a transparency, and also wanted to vent a little bit in this video. So hopefully you guys are willing to watch this. So I just wanted to start talking about how I've been feeling in the past couple of months and years, because this is a very challenging video for me to talk about, and I just want to be as clear as and transparent as possible, so that hopefully you guys will understand what I will discuss about in this video. So starting with a few months ago and years, so in the last couple of months, streaming wise, I've been on pretty much a mixed road, meaning I had a really straight sailing forward kind of experience, in the sense that I was doing very well. I still got opportunities, maybe not as much opportunities as I got in the past, but I did manage to make quite a good progress, which helped me quite a lot in terms of motivation, and also been improving in the best of my abilities to always try to find whatever opportunities I find and take the opportunity to basically apply for it and then see from there. Worst case scenario, if I always get rejected, I'm the kind of person that if you see an opportunity, take it. If you don't apply, you'll never get that opportunity, no matter how big or small it is. You gotta start from somewhere, and you have to don't risk losing those opportunities ever. So that's always the kind of person I've been. Now, with the opportunities that I got, I've been very happy, and I'm very thankful to this day that I got these opportunities. I do feel a little bit on the other side that maybe I haven't been getting as much opportunities as I expected in the past, which is okay, because, you can't expect every opportunity to get it. That's just not possible, and I mean, that's pretty logical. I feel, though, there were opportunities which I feel personally deep down, which is their decision at the end of the day, but I feel like a lot of people out there, they have not probably given me the chance to showcase myself, and I think that's been one of the most challenging things that I've been seeing a lot lately happening. Is because, to give you all an example, there's been quite a lot of drama happening in the VTuber community, and even outside of VTubing community, and I've been seeing a lot lately, and I think I can probably argue, and all of you that are watching, maybe you can relate, that this year has been one of the most mentally challenging years out there, especially for people within the VTubing community. So much drama happening, so much challenges, and a lot of people out there always like coming to me and just vibe together and just listen. And I feel for them whenever they describe to me the challenges they have been dealing in the past couple of months, and even this year in general. And I feel them. Like, it's rough, it's hard, and I always do my best to support people. And to tell you the truth, it's been really rough this year entirely. Like, I've been pushing so much to deliver content on YouTube and shorts, and it's the fact is, even if some people might see it as an excuse, I am not a full-time content creator, and I wanted to be a full-time creator, but I just never thought it would be sustainable for me in a financial term, because whether we like it or not, we need money to live. And the thing is, Twitch is not really that crazy sustainable unless you're one of the many high top tier streamers out there that generate a lot of fan base. Like, we're talking sometimes even more than 200, 300 people, and depending on the donations, depending on if you get sponsorship contracts with companies and so on and so forth. So these people make a lot of money, and to tell you the truth, it depends on a lot of things based on your country and so on and so forth, and personal financial challenges. What I will say is that this is literally, today marks the 5th year anniversary on Twitch stream, which has been really mind-blowing to even say that it's been my 5th year anniversary, literally from today, from the day that I started recording this video. I'm very happy that I managed to continue doing what I'm passionate about for 5 years, for literally 5 years. And I improved tremendously over the years. Like, I remember I just couldn't talk in a very professional way that people understand. I just used to talk and just get to a point where I just expanded too much, and I still do it, but to the point where it gets out of context and it confuses people and it just doesn't make sense whatsoever. Now I started to be a bit more smarter when it comes to communication, and not just that, even opportunities to like build conversations with people, which still to this day I struggle a lot. And yeah, then that affects me mentally a lot. Maybe people may not realize that, but the truth is, especially people that are diagnosed with autism, which is what I am diagnosed, the mentally challenging part about it is that it is incredibly difficult to have conversations with majority of the people that do content creation. And I'm saying majority is because there are people which are the kind of people that you can start a conversation on anything. It depends on the characteristics and the person. There are some people which takes more effort, and sometimes it can be way too overwhelming for a lot of people, because me as a content creator, I appreciate any realistic, genuine friendship that I can possibly have. At the same time, I just feel that with a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes that pretty much not a lot of people care or know, I feel like I just do all I can, and that's all you can ever ask of yourself. And if people don't understand the effort that you're doing, and you know that in the process you're doing all you can not to overburn yourself, and handle like time management in the best way of your abilities, depending what you do in your life, whether you're a full-time worker, you're a mom or a dad, or you have to do other things, and so on and so forth. Now, hopefully I'm not getting out of point. What I've been feeling lately is that it's been also really rough for me, unfortunately, to be honest with you guys, which is pretty normal for any content creator. This is not something like rare. It's like the truth is, nowadays, even if you just act normal and just vibe with people, you're always going to get haters no matter what. And unfortunately, the worst kind of haters are the haters that you consider them as friend for a long time, and they act nice, they support you, and so on and so forth. And then you find out that with the least amount of mistake, like something that is not really that basically they weren't involved into it, or pretty much it can be a situation where you just trying to vibe with people, and there could be misunderstandings happening, which, trust me, it happens a lot of time. And when you realize that these people are trying to like pretty much ignore you and just no longer are interested to have this friendship, especially when you have been trusting them for quite some time, it really hurts and it really destroys you mentally. And a lot of people might have the tendency to say that you need to get used to it and get over it. And I'm like, I know that, but the truth is, it never gets any easier. No matter how many times you experience that, it just never gets easier. Because for someone like me, it's like, the one thing I always expect is that people learn to be truthful. And the fact is, there's too many people out there that don't know how to be truthful. And that is a really big problem. Because I'm the kind of person that if there's something wrong, I'm always willing to solve it. But you need to tell me the truth. Otherwise, don't expect me to do anything else besides, trying to work to find solutions. But if you're not going to help me, I mean, I don't know what at that point I can do. I just always try to be flexible and work out a solution. The thing is, though, as well, is that not just besides drama, that fortunately that's just normal, that's just part of the content creation journey, you're going to experience drama one way or another, is that opportunities-wise, it's been really difficult. To tell you the truth, I've been lucky to be in some opportunities, from joining to VOOP chat to pretty much doing collabs with people, being in game shows. It's helped me quite nice to find more awesome, like-minded people, which really is amazing. However, the truth is, they're not crazy impactful as they seem to be. Because it is nice and it is wonderful. I got to meet people. Unfortunately, these things are only that crazy impactful when, for example, somebody that is a huge content creator will end up, like with huge ratio, I mean, will end up hosting a game show of their own. So someone popular that hosts these game shows and give you that platform, usually that is the most ideal thing that gets you the most attention, in hoping that you find like-minded people. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that no one should host opportunities. On the contrary, it's awesome that there are these opportunities. But I would be lying if I'm saying that as much as these have helped me, they're not crazy that helpful. I was lucky to meet people in my case. It's just I was hoping to meet more, and unfortunately I wasn't that lucky enough. But, you know, that doesn't make me want to give up. It does discourage me a little bit, because sometimes I question myself and say, but am I the one not really like putting the effort in my vocal skills to spark conversations with people? Because I feel like, as a very talkative person, sometimes I can be either overwhelming with people, or I just get so nervous what to say, or I overthink certain scenarios that it starts affecting my mental health a little bit, because I struggle to make connections. And the truth is, I just want to see people happy. And it makes me pretty proud as a content creator, because the number one impression I want to leave on anyone that watches my content is education, which is something I love sharing, inspiration and happiness, and also motivation on their own content. Because realistically or not, people, when they watch someone having fun, being funny, being entertaining and all that stuff, it sparks inspiration, it sparks motivation, especially people that are intelligent and they know how to explain stuff. And it motivates me a lot, especially for someone like me who struggles so much to talk about stuff. So yeah, it is quite tricky, but it's been really rough. And to be fair, I just hope that all the people watching, I'm not giving up by any means. It's been really rough, and I apologize for taking so long to upload content, and I'm still very far behind. I'm trying so hard to motivate myself to push content. It's been really tricky for me, because to manage between a full-time job and content creation, it's extremely difficult, because people may think that you may have the ability to have time management, but the thing is, sometimes certain things are out of your control. There's not much you can really do to really help with time management. I can make a lot of time management and say, I want to plan 10 hours or 2 hours just doing this, and 3 hours doing this. But the fact is, if you arrive from work and you're mentally tired and you just don't have the spoons to do things, the time management is gone. So there's not really much you can do if you arrive exhausted. It's gonna ruin all the time management you had, because the only thing you'll end up seeing later when you arrive very mentally tired is just a bed. You just go to bed, you go to sleep, and you just don't do anything else. Your brain just shuts down. So, and that's one of the major challenges I feel. It's like, I try so hard not to feel tired and have that strength and that motivation and that willpower, but fortunately my brain is so fragile that I can only do so much, you know, to keep my brain energetic, happy, talkative, and functional. And considering with the disability that I have, it doesn't actually help things. And no, that is not an excuse, by the way, because I know a lot of people say, oh, Nathan, you keep bringing up the mention about you having autism. And the reason I mention it many times is because people think that autism is not a big deal, and it is really not a big deal. But at the same time, people treat it like if it's nothing, which is not the case either way. So I just mentioned it to bring awareness, to say, hey, it is really challenging, and on top of it, I have my disability to deal with, so that makes it even more challenging than people realize. So, just making it clear that people can talk all they want, that the fact that my disability can be an excuse and all that, but the truth is, it really makes your life more challenging, whether you admit it or not, especially those people that suffer through chronic illnesses. So, people need to understand these things exist, and these things are incredibly challenging. And there's no cure for it. There's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is improve. And that's all you can do. But the thing is, improvement doesn't mean perfection. You can only improve so much of yourself, and your disability is still gonna be there whether you like it or not. It's just more managed than it was before. What I had when I was like 3 years old compared to what I have now, it's way different, and my brain functions way much better than what happened many years ago. it doesn't mean I struggle. Like, for example, right now, my brain just my brain just got lost, and I ended up talking about this for quite some time in this video. But that is my point. Like, I still have so many things which I'm trying to improve on, and there's only so much I can do. I have to worry about work. I have to worry about content creation. I have to worry about my mental health. I have to worry about what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna say it and how I'm gonna entertain people, what to play. It's a lot of shit, guys. And you may think it's easy to manage, but that's because people are used to it. And that's the problem. Even if it's been 5 years doing this stuff, it never gets easier. Because the thing is, if your capacity is this much and you're trying to pitch yourself to do more than that, and you're trying to get used to it, unless you actually have the energy to do it, you just won't do it. Your brain just won't comprehend it. You'll end up risking doing something which you end up causing 3 times more problems for yourself. So for me, I'm not going to record something if I'm not feeling 100% mentally good. Even though, ironically, this video, I'm not feeling crazy good because this is more like me venting and sharing my feelings well, but it's different, and you get the point of it. Now, with that said, what is the future that's going to happen for my whole channel? So, to tell you the truth, I am going to continue pushing the effort and working hard into publishing videos. I just really would appreciate if people can be patient. And I know that deep down, as much as I can try to put so much effort in my content, it's really difficult to make really entertaining content because till all these years, I always love asking people feedback. I always like to see any ways that I can improve, and I always am very flexible to find ways to improve my content and watch even other VTubers and YouTubers in general just publishing ways to grow your channel. The thing is, though, there's so much you need to keep in mind. It gets really exhausting. And the thing is, it's also very tricky when you don't have the money to hire people to do work for you. I wish I had the money to hire editors. I'm still looking for an editor at this point. And I couldn't get a really reasonable editor to do a lot of great work for me. Because editors are freaking really expensive to hire. And I don't blame them because there's a lot of work involved. But I just don't have the budget to do it. So the thing is, it's been really rough editing these videos on my own. In fact, that's why you guys probably been seeing lately posting more short-form content. Because it's much easier and faster than long-form content. There's so much work that takes involved. And I always try to push a little bit every time when I edit stuff. But it's just so damn tricky. Even like you have to optimize your video so that the SEO, which is the search engine optimization, so that the algorithm can actually like detect that it's a video that people will enjoy, you know, from having a really eye-clicking thumbnail, like a clickable thumbnail, like thumbnail that actually brings attention, a really good eye-catching title from a really good description with good tags, and then the other tags on the video. There's a lot of work, and it's a matter of trial and error, because that's what I feel like. You just gotta experiment. But it is really exhausting, and I do it because I love doing what I do. If it wasn't for me having passion to upload content, I would just never do it, because it's just way exhausting. And to tell you the truth, as much as I really want to be enormously successful like a lot of big creators out there which are popular, super popular on the internet, I would wish to reach the caliber that they have reached and much more. But I think the fact is that a lot of these people are full-time content creators, and that's, whether people admit it or not, that's an advantage on its own, because having that more time and flexibility to test things, to troubleshoot, it really helps them tremendously. And you might say, but just take breaks from your live stream and it can contribute towards helping your content in general. Yes, and to be fair, that's what I do. When I do take my breaks, I just take them just to rest my mental health and, of course, test some improvements on my channel. But the thing is, though, having a whole ass day, like a whole ass day, working on something is very different than having only, for example, to give you an idea, like if you're a full-timer and you have, for example, from 6 p.m. till 12 p.m. before you go back to bed. You don't have much time. Whether you like it or not, there's just no much time. You might say that's a lot of time to do stuff, but the thing is, troubleshooting, setting things up, doing research, trying to find ways to improve, taking care of your mental health, that's a lot of spoons and a lot of time, and it's just not easy. So, like, it's not really a video about me making excuses, because, I am pushing a lot of effort into what I do, and I feel that. I don't know if you guys out there feel like the people that know me and been doing content for quite some time, and they've been following the kind of content I do. I just hope that you guys out there understand that I'm truly doing a lot of effort, and hopefully people believe in that. And it's been really tough for me lately, and the only reason I would never give up is because I know there's a lot of great people out there watching me. And it's been really rough as a VTuber to grow, because even out there's been a lot of drama going on. Like, a lot of VTubers lately have been literally put on the spot by other big content creators. There's a lot of fighting going on. There's a lot of cloud chasing. There's a lot of guilt tripping going on and manipulation. And it's been very hard and exhausting to even just, as a VTuber, I go and chat with people, and the worst thing you ever want to hear from someone is saying, you're a VTuber. You know what? Let me just think about it, and I'll see from there. And that usually means that they're not really feeling comfortable the fact that you're a VTuber. And it's just not right, because there's a lot of shitty things going on online, and a lot of people are getting, into this whole drama thing, which I think personally there's a very fine line how you can handle it. But all the fighting and chaos that is going on, it's really been affecting a lot of people's mental health and a lot of people's opportunities, and even the whole community, which is being affected by it. Because, as a VTubing community, I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of opportunities where I heard a lot of people like literally praising and motivating a lot of VTubers, and they also became one of the very huge, largely successful VTubers. At the same time, there's so much drama and shit going on that it's really screwing a lot of opportunities for a lot of VTubers, and it sucks. At the same time, like, even trying to be unique from other VTubers, having your own unique personality, having your own unique design, it's really tough, because, I really don't want to have the mindset that I should have a design to be attractive or anything like that. Like, if you want to be attractive, that's great. That's your decision. But I don't want that the metadata should be, or the meta functionality should be, that you have to have a very attractive model, otherwise you won't gain attraction. I don't want that. Even if I had the most ugliest model, I still want to find ways to entertain people with my personality and still bring people in. The fact that sometimes I learn that majority of the people out there, not all of them, because a lot of people work really hard, but some of them, a bit questionable, because, I don't know, there's a lot of different variety of people, so I'm not going to say on behalf of everyone, but the fact is, there's a lot of people that bait other people out there with their looks, and I never want to be that kind of content creator. I want to bait people with my attitude, and bait in a good way, meaning that I will attract people with my positive personality and attitude and smarts and wits. Not because I look beautiful, I look muscular or anything like that. There's nothing wrong, and you have your own decision to do it. It's just I don't want to be like that. But at the same time, I don't want to feel like that should be the meta, that you need to have an attractive model to bring people in. I just don't believe that, and I really get so annoyed and feel like in the world of creation where you're kind of in a position where, as a VTuber, you kind of need to have something cute and all that just for the sake of bringing audience to you. And it's hard to come up with ideas. I mean, there's nothing wrong being attractive and cute, but what I'm trying to say is, I don't want it to feel like this should be the meta thing, that you should have an attractive model or just have an attractive model only to be successful. Like, you can have whatever you want. You can be a plane. You can be an ugly piglet. But the truth is, it should be about personality. It should be about the kind of content you do. And I just really hope that there are people out there that understand that cuteness is not enough. Cuteness should never be the meta. The meta should always be the attitude. Like, it doesn't make sense. to have a really gorgeous looking model and your attitude is garbage. It's just going to scare people away. You know what I mean? And I want to be the huge inspiration that it's not because of the fact that I look cute, even that my model is cute in my own ways. And I don't think it's over crazy cute. I think it's probably, I think my model is like pretty much like, I don't want to discredit the artist that it's cute, super cute, especially the face, but it's not too cute to the point where it becomes sexy, you know, categorized as sexy, you know, just pretty much very attractive, but not too attractive, if that makes sense. So it's like balanced. And I think that's really important to have balance when it comes to design phase, because you don't want your model to be overly like crazy attractive to the point where 50% of the audience would say, oh, I just came to your stream because I really find your model attractive. I mean, I would really be happy with that and be proud of it, but, you know. So, to tell you the truth, y'all, it's very hard to explain, and I'm not sure if you all understood during this video. I really been struggling as well, like, talking to creators in general. Like, it's been really difficulty and over complicated for me because, like, I just have really normal conversations with a lot of people, just ask them how you are and all that, because I just don't know what to start a conversation in certain communication. Because the thing is, I am so busy with life that I just don't keep track of what people have been doing. It's just not possible because I follow and watch a lot of creators, and it's just so mentally challenging, and it makes me so demotivated sometimes that I just don't know what to talk about. Because I understand that people will talk to you because you talk to them and you're a nice person and all. But sometimes I get to help in feeling that despite how much I try and how much I put so much effort to communicate and make things interesting even for chat and all, I just feel like my conversations are usually not that really, like, they're not really that impactful. And sometimes I feel like I can get ignored very easily in a lot of times because I feel like, you know, just my conversations are not good enough to be recognized or so on and so forth, which it stinks. And I know they're not doing it intentional because, you know, I understand they have to be selective with certain things they answer because most of them can generate content and also, you know, just fun ways to build conversations. I just feel like sometimes I wish I could be included a bit more, but I understand that if people don't see my communication skills pretty well, I'm just trying very hard to improve my skills. I really am, because it's been affecting my mental health lately, knowing the fact that I've been struggling everywhere when it comes to communication. And people, unfortunately, there were a lot of people, including at my workplace, and pretty much everywhere in my life, where there's always going to be someone where they manipulate you into something, and even though you're not comfortable doing it, they force you doing it. And it's always because I just don't know how to reply back or have a reasoning enough to say, hey, this is not okay, and give them like a very good response and a smart response that basically shuts them down and say, hey, maybe I should not engage with this person anymore. Not in a toxic way, like in a positive way. But the thing is, the truth is, I feel a bit naive when it comes to responding to certain conversations, because I just get very self-conscious about myself, about what I know, about my self-esteem and what knowledge I have, that is very limited, by the way, that I just feel like if I try to say something, I mess things up and I make things worse. Unfortunately, that's like the huge self-doubt that I deal on a daily basis, because the truth is, when I do try to fix things, they do, unfortunately, end up getting worse, and that's the thing that affects me a lot. Especially when I'm trying to have conversations with people, and people are very technical in certain things as well. And they do their research properly, they have a lot of time to practice it because they've been doing it for years and I haven't been doing it for a few months. And people expect you to learn things out of the box. And it pisses me off because almost nobody understand, like not everyone, just almost a lot of people, just almost everyone, like majority of people, a lot of people just don't understand that I need my time, and people are not patient. A lot of people are just not patient. That's the truth. And it sucks because, you could just say you can leave or anything like that and people don't follow you. But the thing is, as a content creator, we thrive on people's support. And sometimes I just don't know what is really the problem coming from. Is it coming from me? Is it coming from them? I just get very confused and get overwhelmed with a lot of things that goes through my brain. Because the thing is, I try so hard to ensure that a lot of people are happy. And the thing is, I just get in a moment where I just don't know if the problem is coming from my side, if it's coming from their side. And it's really difficult because I want to improve things or fix things or whatever. And I just don't know. And people think that, that I don't want to take any responsibility for anything, but it's not true. It's just, it gets so overwhelming that I just don't know what the real answer is. Is it really from my side? Is it really from their side? It's overwhelming, and that's the problem. I get easily overwhelmed. I get panicked quite easily, and I try so hard to stay calm and solve things. And the worst things I never expect is to have a problem which causes more problems, and instead of fixing, it gets worse. And then you have to spend more time, and it happens a lot of times. Like how many times I fix something, and then the next day it just breaks. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Here we go again. It just broke again. Like, what happened? Did I not fix it? I fixed it last time. What happened now? And that's the thing. Like, it gets really overwhelming for me, even just to spend time recording stuff, talking about stuff. It's really, really hard, y'all. And I just really want to impress people on the content creation platform. I just really want to be a huge inspiration. I genuinely put so much effort. It may not be seen by a lot of people or even like huge content creators out there, because I know that for them, I look like a potato in front of a lot of people. It just feels sometimes like, even if I really don't like comparing myself and I don't want to do it. But the truth is, competition is there, whether we like it or not. And the fact is, when you're applying for opportunities, competition is there for a reason, because the companies, they're not going to choose everyone to get a game key. They will choose based on what benefits them. So when people are applying for game keys or sponsorships, the company is going to look something different in you, and why should they apply you, and all these questions. Because the thing is, they don't just get one application by you. They get hundreds of applications by a lot of creators on this platform. So whether we like it or not, competition is there. And as much as I really hate comparing myself to other people, and trust me guys, I barely do it. Sometimes it's necessary to help me find ways to improve in the best way I can. At the same time, it kind of discourages me, because I feel like the effort that I do, which is pretty much the effort a lot of people do as well, and I just don't know what I could do to necessarily improve that much. Like, there's only so much I can do, and I just feel like no matter how much I improve, sometimes I just feel like maybe I'm just not gonna reach partner or anything like that. I don't know. Like, it's a very tricky thing to think about, because I really want to achieve my opportunities, and I'm a fighter. I fight for anything that I'm passionate. But I think at the end of the day, it's also a very good thing to say that maybe I'm just handling way too many things in my life, from work to mental health to physical health to hanging with my friends, chatting with my family and all that. And of course, I should always prioritize myself. At the same time, I just don't want to take content creation for granted. You know what I mean? Because I love content creation. And I understand that it's tricky. And I know this may not be the most the most exciting video ever, and it's very hard for people to watch this whole video from start to finish, because maybe a lot of people just won't care about me, and that's okay. I just hope that some people will watch this and realize that someone like me, that's been doing a lot of effort. I really wish that people check out my content more and see my content from there. And I promise you all that I'm gonna push more effort as much as possible without burning myself to push content. And I just really hope that I can impress all of you out there, because I really want to achieve these opportunities. But the most important thing is I want to inspire people. I want to educate people. And I want to see people enjoy what I do. Something that is spreading positive influence on anyone that's being part of this community and also just watching my content, which is really tricky. And I don't want to grow my channel out of drama or any negative BS, because it's not really necessary, and I don't want to be known as a dramatic person, because I try to stay far away from drama, even though I've been up to date with what's been going on, and I think it's not a bad idea to stay up to date. Although I don't engage whatsoever, because I have no clue what the drama is. I just hear what people say, but I'm not that kind of person, because I'm the kind of person that listens to the full story and understand it completely. But the thing is, a lot of people nowadays just don't have the energy or time to basically understand the whole drama situation. It's always something new, and it's exhausting, and it's crazy. And the worst thing is when it ends up being a partner creator that is supposed to educate and be a good example of the growing communities out there, as in those people that are affiliates or lower, and they end up being the exact opposite, and they end up causing a lot of issues for creators out there. And instead of helping, they do it the exact opposite, and it can be very frustrating, because here we are struggling our butts, doing so much effort, and a lot of these people end up coming in and they shit on you and they destroy your reputation, and it just ends up making your content journey and motivation much more difficult in the whole content creation journey. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of idea how I feel and all that. I'm very exhausted talking about things. But yeah, to recap, I feel okay. Just there's been quite some stuff going on in the couple of months, and now I feel all right. It's just been really rough lately, and I just want to thank all the community out there for your support. You guys are absolutely fantastic. It's been really rough with opportunities, and I just hope that companies out there will believe in me, because I'm seriously doing so much. And considering that I'm not a full-time creator and I have my full-time job to worry about, I just really can't do miracles, and I'm just doing the best I can to show them that I'm very capable of being an entertaining content creator, someone who's very intelligent, someone who's very passionate in what I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this for 5 years, which is insane. And not just that, also just have the energy and motivation to upload content on YouTube and reach opportunities elsewhere, not just on Twitch. And just be the shining beacon that I always dreamed of being for a lot of creators, because it's difficult, it takes a lot of determination, it takes a lot of time, and it's just really rough. So yeah, I really hope that I continue making progress no matter how slow it is. And all the creators out there struggling, I wish you all the best in your content creation. Do not give up. Continue being the best version of yourself, and always prioritize your mental health no matter how hard it is, because it's just not worth it sacrificing your mental health over content creation and ratio. It's just not worth it. And even if it can be hard to compare yourself with other people, always keep in mind one thing, that you are different and everyone is different and everyone's journey is different. And as long as you have people motivating you, which always treasure the people that are close to you, never take them for granted, and just keep those people close, and they will ultimately help you to motivate you and keep going. Because if you forget those people, you ultimately start to feel alone, you start to feel miserable, you start to feel demotivated, and especially if you're someone that struggles with any other things in your personal daily life, like ADHD and a chronic illness or any form of disability, it can be huge detrimental to your energy, to your life, to your health, to everything in general, because it does makes your life quite hard. And people, they can be, sometimes there are people which are idiots and they think there is a cure and all that shit. Don't listen to those people. You just keep doing the best you can. And I assure you that I, as a person that is diagnosed, I feel you and I'm proud of you for whatever effort you've been doing, because I know that deep down, maybe there's not many people that can give you credit for all the effort and motivation you give and do. But I, as an individual that probably understand what you're going through, depending on what situations you've been going through, they're difficult, and I just want to give you the utmost love and hug that you continue being your best awesome self, because I know that deep down you're nailing it, even if people are not crediting you for all the effort you're doing. So keep it up, legend, and just remember the people that are close to you. Those will be the people that motivate you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and hope you guys learned something from it. And once again, this is not a video, just so you guys know, this is not a video about, guilt tripping people to support me or anything like that. This is just an update on how I feel and my own opinions on certain stuff. And I'm generally very grateful for everything. I just hope that maybe more people will start supporting me in the future. I'll just do whatever I can to continue pushing content and make sure that the best in my abilities. Hopefully, if more people out there like you guys believe in me, hopefully I will be in a position in the future where I can start hiring video editors. I can start seriously planning big events to help creators grow and educate people, and have a team that I can rely on and help me fully improve myself and the people within this space, and at the same time just help each other in the genuine way, just having fun, making content, vibe, learn, and just overall just crushing amazing achievements out there in our lives. And just most importantly, just make a really good name for ourselves. And that's the number one thing it should be. Just be nice, have fun, keep yourself motivated as much as possible, and don't overburn yourself. Please take your breaks. Do not risk your mental health over content. It's not gonna help you. Take care, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, my guys. Thank you for your support, and stay tuned for some more awesome gameplays, reactions, and much more on this channel. Take care, guys, and have a good one. Bye-bye.